When you're gone, how can I even try to go on? When you're gone, though I tried, how can I carry on? Hi everybody, welcome back. Today's video is going to be part of the What's in My Face series. Usually I would upload these videos on Sunday, but every 3 weeks I have to work the weekend, so that just wasn't going to happen. So this is coming to you a little later in the week. I'm sure by now, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen a couple of pictures that I've uploaded throughout the week as I've done different looks using my Face of the Week products here. But I still wanted to come on, let you guys know what I was using a little bit in depth. And we're going to have just a little bit of chit-chatty. So we're to get ready with me already in progress. So the only thing I'm going to be doing today is the eye look and some highlight. So without further ado, let's get into this. So the products I'm using this week, of course, as always with any time I do a video showing different products, they will all be listed down below. So let's just jump right in. First thing I'm doing, and I'm trying this one out. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer. And this is the Perfecting Primer. So it's supposed to minimize lines and pores for a smooth finish. I'm just trying this out, so I really don't have an opinion on this. So I'm kind of wear testing it this week. I will come back and let you know a little bit later on what I think about it. Next up is foundation, and the foundation I'm using this week is Holy Grail number 1.5. And it is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer Plus Foundation. It's a big long title. It's a very thick foundation. It is basically a foundation plus concealer. I've done a whole review slash demo on this particular product. I'll leave that link down below in case you missed it on that. And the shade I'm in on this one is 06 Sand Beige. The powder that I'm using to set my foundation this week is the one that I love to use in conjunction with that Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. It is the Milani Even Touch Powder Foundation. Now, I don't ever recommend putting a powder foundation full on top of a liquid foundation. Powder foundations are more so for on their own, or if you're going to be using them like a BB cream, tinted moisturizer, that type of deal. But I only do a very light dusting of this across the skin, so I feel that it's not too heavy and it doesn't get looking cakey. I'm in the shade on this one, number 11, Golden Beige. For concealer this week, I pulled out two of my favorites. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. These are the dark circle erasers. I have the shades here, Neutralizer and Medium. So that's the two of them swatched out here. The Neutralizer is much brighter. The Medium is pretty much my perfect skin tone. So I like to mix the two of them together just like so. And that way I get a really good concealer, but brightener as well for, you know, for brightening. Now what I'm using for my bronzer this week, and I'm kind of sad because NYC Cosmetics is no longer selling their cosmetics here in the United States anymore. They still will be selling them in Canada and Europe, I believe, but the US is a no. And so this week I pulled out the NYC Color Mosaic Wheel. This one is in the shade All Over Bronze Glow. Now, it's got some pan on that, baby. Don't be deceived by the word glow in here because this has no shimmer whatsoever. It's just completely matte. I think what the glow comes from is when you're mixing in these lighter beigey tones, so that when you mix it all together you get a nice cool, well, it's kind of cool. It's like in between cool and warm tone here, but that gives a really good tone for doing contour if you wish, like light contouring, which is usually what I go for, or just all over bronze. And my blush picks for this week. I pulled out my old Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. I love these. This one here in Fantastic Plastic Pink is the only one I have that is in the new formula, new packaging. And I'm sorry, that darn light, it's killing me, but I've got a new camera coming. It's in the works. So the blush I'm using today is Mellow Wine. And this is just, it's just one of my absolute favorites for mostly winter and fall. It's just the prettiest rosy toned blush, and it's just so flattering. I love this one. So that's the one that I'm wearing today, very lightly, because you have to be very careful with these. Okay, so last but not least, and almost last but not least, what you're here for today, and that is the eye look. And today I am pulling out my Ride or Die palette. It is the Tartelette in Bloom. This palette is just amazing. It's absolutely stunning. For today's look, we're going to hit the top row basically. We're going to go for Glitzy Smokey. And it's not going to be too heavily smoky, but Glitzy Smokey is what we're going to call it. With Rocker being the center stage for our eye look today. So let's get into that. So like I stated before, I'm going to use the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. I'm going to use the one in Neutralizer as my eyeshadow primer because I love this for eyeshadow primer. So I'm just putting on, you know, like a good thick dot there. And then we're just going to pat that out with my fingertip. So we just put on just a small amount, not a ton. A little bit actually does go a really long way. So you're going to, of course, want to set this because it's concealer. Usually when I would set eyeshadow primer, I use one of the cream colors that's in the palette that I'm going to be using. But today I'm going to go ahead and just take that powder foundation. First shade I'm going to go into here is Smarty Pants. I tend to use this just basically for my transition color, no matter what look I'm doing in here. Taking that, of course, on my big fluffy e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and we're just going to throw that in the transition area. Going to go ahead into the shade here, Jet Setter. Taking this on, this is an SL Miss Glam blending brush that was made for Ipsy. Which brings us to the topic that I'm going to get into now. Ipsy, yay or nay? I am seriously thinking about being done with my Ipsy subscription service. There's a couple of reasons why. One, they can't ever seem to get it to me like on time or at the right time. What I mean by that is that like my Ipsy Glam Bag should have came in the mail today, the day that I'm filming this, but it did not. I don't know when it will be here, and it seems to change from month to month. It's like one month it's like perfectly on time, comes at the normal time of the month, and then the next month comes the same day or the day before Sephora Play, which Sephora Play always comes a week later. I'm going to go into the shade Rocker here. We're going to hit that all over the lid. You can use this shade foiled. I've never foiled any of these shadows. That would, like, I think, step my whole game up, and this would be the only palette I ever picked up again. So, you know, you kind of have to pace yourself. So anyway, one, it's consistency with the package coming. It seems like it's never consistent. And two, I feel like that I only get something really good like every 3 or 4 months. And it seems like all of the months in between, it's like, meh. And then 1 month it's wow, you know. And then it's 3 or 4 months of meh. And my thought on this is that I'm spending $40 to get, you know, maybe one yay product that's either a travel size or a deluxe sample, or it's a full size, but it's a drugstore price full size item. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking 40 bucks? No, I'm wasting too much money. And not only that, no matter how many times, going back into Jet Setter, no matter how many times I tell them over and over and over again, I do not like nor wish to receive Marc Anthony hair care products, or any hair care products for that matter, because you always send me Marc Anthony. They still send me Marc Anthony. So I've pretty much made my decision. After this month, I'm done. I guess I'm just coming here for some moral support. Okay, I'm going to come up here into Smoke Show, which is our deepest color, taking that on my e.l.f. blending brush. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just do some little flicky taps here on the outer corner. Little tiny flicky taps. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Jet Setter and Smarty Pants, our transition and our crease color, and kind of blend them. Okay, going to go back into Rocker, which was our lid color on the finger, because I just like to pop that in the center to really make that pop. Okay, going to go back into Smarty Pants, our transition color. I'm taking that on my big fluffy blending brush and just hitting the border on everything. So something else I wanted to talk about as well is kind of channel direction and type of schedule that I'm planning on doing. Since the beginning, since the dawn or the birth of my channel, my goal has always been to eventually just gear it more so towards women over 40, tips and tricks and stuff like that. Not saying that these tips and tricks that I do don't apply to everyone, because no matter what your age, you can benefit from them. It's just maybe little things that, you know, women our age that are coming to look, you know, or my age, I should say, that are coming to look for a video, they see the 20-something-year-old doing it, and we can't necessarily do all of those things anymore because we have more movable parts on our eyes and stuff like that now. You know, or things aren't sitting on us where they sit on other people. So you go to do what they do and it's like, why doesn't it look like that? And that's why, you know, that's one of the things. So that's kind of always been something I want to do. So that's why I've started kind of these, my 40-year-old face videos. Okay, now I'm going to pop Flower Child, which is this pretty cream shade right here, up on the brow bone. So getting back to what I was saying about, you know, just trying to cater more to that particular demographic, because there aren't a lot out there, at least not any big ones that I know of. If somebody knows of one that's really big, please let me know. But there's not a whole lot that are geared towards women with aging skin, you know, 40 plus, 35 plus even, you know, most of fuzzies. Most of the, you know, big gurus are, you know, 20-something and everything. I ain't mad at them, and I still watch them and everything, because, you know, if you ever think that you can't learn something from someone, that's when you become, you know, pretty stupid. So now I'm going to work the lower lash line. I'm going to take my Luxie Flat Definer into Smoke Show, and I'm just going to hit the outer corner. So I guess kind of getting back to that, what I was actually trying to say is that I will be doing a lot more, or trying to do a lot more types of tutorial videos with like tips and tricks and 101. So you will be seeing a little bit more of that on my channel. Going back into Jet Setter on the e.l.f. smudger. I'm just going to smoke that out. I've decided that I'm going to make my main upload date Thursdays. I will probably also have videos on Sundays. And, like, if I get involved with collabs and stuff, it'll just be whatever day. Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, and I'm just lining. I'm not going to wing it or anything. Just basically almost tight lining it. I'm just going to run it through my eyelashes. So, CoverGirl Supersizer. I think I just heard my husband's alarm go off. So that means it is 12:30 in the p.m. I think he hit the snooze because I don't hear him moving around just yet. Plus, he hasn't walked in here. He knows what I'm doing in here. I have my little quiet on the set sign on my door. Then another thing I want to touch on is that we have a national holiday coming up, June the 22nd. What? You don't know what national holiday is on June the 22nd? Well, let me fill you in. It's my birthday. I'm hoping that by my birthday, I will be at my 300 subscriber mark so that I can host a birthday 300 subby giveaway. Okay, going last little bit of the eyes. I'm going into the shade up here, which is Charmer. It's this nice white shade. It's matte. Taking that on my pencil brush here, and I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. So now I'm moving on to what I'm using for highlight. And this week I popped out my e.l.f. Illuminating palette. I'm just going to hit that on my cheekbones and on the nose. Camouflages that mole. I'm telling you. Okay, so let's move on to some lip color. Today, NYX Intense Butter Gloss Toasted Marshmallow. This formula is one of my absolute favorites, and this color is pretty, pretty. So this is my face of the week this week, featuring the Tartelette in Bloom palette, the Milani foundation, which I love. I just need to use it more. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of chit-chatty with me, a little bit of, you know, channel direction, Ipsy, we know what it is. My birthday coming up and giveaway as well. Once again, of course, want to thank you as always for spending some time with me today. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that before you leave, you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos or uploads that I put here on my channel. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.